Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Afternoon Market Action. My name is Glenn Tompkins, Senior Instructor here at VectorVest. Glad to be here. Glad to have you here. Also, it is Western Wednesday. So I got my hat on, I got my jeans on, I got my boots on, I got all of it on. So, yee-haw. Woo-wee! If you can hear me, by all means, please respond in the affirmative, preferably with VV Nation, to let me know that I am coming across loud and clear. Hi, Glenn. It's orange in New Jersey today. There's a whole lot of smoke coming out of Canada. The air quality up there is not so good. Loud and clear in Burlington, Ontario. Thank you, Tom. I appreciate that. Good afternoon, VV Nation. That's coming from Mark. Hi, Mark. Kodik Kisotic. I can't say that word. Anyway, hey, happy Western Wednesday. Shay is here. Yes, the air is very bad in New Jersey, says Michael. So, man, we're getting air alerts, air quality alerts here in the Carolinas as well. So just think about that. My eyes were burning yesterday in Boston from the smoke. Glenn, you grown a beard now? No, I gotta get my hair cut. I got so much going on. I got so much going on. Marty says, VV Nation loud and clear in Florida. Thank you, Marty. Randy is here. Cigar is here along with, and when I see Cigar, I got to know Mark is here. Or if I see Mark, I know the Cigar is here. So I'm praying for all you guys in Canada, man. That's a lot of bad smoke going up. Howdy from El Salvador. The air is great down here. Are you really tuning in from El Salvador? Wow, that's awesome. That is awesome. All right, so with that being said, we got about 143 people here. Let's send out the link. Send out the link to the live right now so that people can come join us today. Got a lot to talk about, a lot of news, a lot of stocks to look at. And for those of you, how many of you are here for me to show you the money? Type a 1. How many of you are here for me to show you the money? Type a 1. Joey put the link in there. Folks, click on that link. Share that live link. Let's get 300 people in here. All right. So I don't see any ones. What happened to Tingo Group? I don't know, Bakash. I'm not sure. I haven't looked at it recently, so I don't have an answer to your question. I know that it was more of an aggressive play. Show me the XROF. Don't start, Mark. I'm not talking about XROF today. I ain't talking about XROF today. So, all right. It seems like everybody is waiting for me to show you the money, and I will do that today. Oh, there you go. Brandon said, there it is. Hindenburg shorted TO. Uh-huh. All it takes is a Hindenburg report to come out on the stock, and you're in deep doo-doo. Can I say that, Joey? I have to check with my producer. Can I say that, Joey? He might be busy. Well, I done said it, so don't get mad at me. But if Hindenburg put out a report, I haven't read the report. Thank you, by the way, for that, Brandon. I have not read the report, so I don't know. And that's who asked me about that. That was I just saw it in the chat. Who was it? Love Toronto. Right here, yes. I forget. I swore it was in the chat. Who asked me about what happened with? Well, I'm sorry, my fault. I'm missing it. Oh, there it is. Bakash. Bakash was asking what happened, and it looks like if a Hindenburg report went out, that's probably what's hurting it so much. Kobe says, thanks so much, Glenn and VectorVest for SMCI. I'm a bigger fan with NVIDIA because of the price action, but SMCI is the number 2 stock in that list for me as far as chip stocks. And you're welcome, Kobe. It's not me. It wasn't me. It was the VectorVest software. All right, so Tesla will make a lot of people millionaires. I'm in Tesla right now. I'm also in Apple right now. Every so often, you know me, I try to be a little bit transparent about what stocks I'm trading because I don't want anybody to think that I'm pushing anything. SMCI has kicked butt the last couple of days. I'm telling you, the AI space is moving the chip stocks. The AI space, and because of the AI space and the boom that's getting ready to come on with building a lot of these factories, remember, there's 4 industries outside of AI that I think AI is going to affect. That's building cement, steel, glass, and copper. Those four, we're going to talk about that in a minute as well. So there's a lot of stuff going on. Roger says, love SMCI. I think it's a great stock. PBT raised their dividends. Good stock. Acer, we'll take a look at that stock a little later. All right, so we'll take a little look at that. Everybody who's putting in stocks in here, let me let you know now. I will give you an opportunity to put them in. I am in C3I. I took the hit on it, Axel. I took the hit on it once it reported and fell. I was in it, and I'm still in it, and it's rebounding. It's not rebounding fast enough for me, but I am still in C3AI. All right, so that's another stock that I currently hold. Microsoft on sale now, could be. All right, we're going to take a look at it. All right, let's get into what's going on in the market. You see a lot of green popping up. Is that a good sign? How many of you are willing to back up the truck right now? Type a yes. If you're not ready to back up the truck right now, type a no. I want to see where your heads are at. You see the green popping up in the color guard. How many of you are ready to back up the truck and start loading up on stocks? Type a yes. If you're not ready to back up the truck, and type a no. All right, let's go see. Mark says, beep, beep. That's I'm going to laugh at that. That's not the thing. Only on a Ford Ranger. Wow. All right. I see. Asa, I already know that you're more an aggressive trader, so I could see that for you. I sold my 100 shares of Meta way too early, says John. I agree with that. I backed up the truck in mid-May, says John. Susan says yes as well. So does Paul. All right. Let's talk about that real quick. So I'm looking at the color guard. What's the predominant color you see? Yellow. What's going on with the primary wave? Is up 5 of the last 6 days. So if you're a little bit more aggressive, it's still okay for you to pull the trigger on the market right now as long as the market is moving higher. As I look at the indices today, we got a mixed market. The Dow is only up about 0.25%. But I look at the NASDAQ, I look at the S&P, and the VectorVest Composite is the big leader today, up about 0.4%. Just another volatile day made on put, says EJM. I hear you. How about Builder? Again, 360 mortgage. Again, I'm going to give you an opportunity to look at individual stocks. And I'm reading stories about the inventories on homes is increasing. People might be wanting to buy homes because if you have more inventory, the prices should go down on homes. The problem is with the rising interest rates, mortgage rates are still high. That is the big deterrent right now still when it comes down to mortgages. But we've got a couple of stocks that we can take a look at from that as well. Is it too late to get on the NVIDIA train? No, John. My answer to that is probably no. All right, I think that the chip stocks have gone up so nicely that they pulled back for a few days last week, and I think they're going to resume the upward move. AI is still in the news. AI is still moving these stocks. All right, let's get into a market timing graph. Let's do that. And so let's talk about you guys talking about whether or not you want to back up the truck or not. Here's the VectorVest Composite shown on a 3-month graph, end of day, right? Here is our wedge. We broke out of the wedge. We came back into the wedge and blah, blah, blah. But I am looking at the price of the composite today coming up against a level of resistance of 57.41. Now, because it's trading at 57.46, it's serving as a level of support. Look at the big wick at the top of today's candle. All right, now, am I ready to tell you to back up the truck just quite yet? I don't know if I'm ready to do that, but that's some selling pressure. Nice, beautiful up day yesterday. We finished right at the session highs, followed through today, nice little gap up, but I'm looking at the market maybe possibly getting a little bit exhausted off of this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-day move off of this level of support. All right, what does that mean for you? Well, the primary wave is still up. If you're a little bit more aggressive, you're still playing the market to the upside. If you're looking at the other timing signals that we have, all you have to do is based upon what timing signal you're using to help you determine whether or not you should or should not be in the market. But make sure that in any day that you get ready to buy into the market is doing what you want it to do, which is go up in price. I don't like the wick at the top of the candle, 1. Number 2, it's barely above this level of resistance, now serving as a level of support. I've got to see if we close above it, do we get more follow through or does the market fall back into this little bit of a channel? That's what I'm looking for as of right now is do we have continuation or will we come back and now have that level of resistance now serve as a level of resistance again. So I'm not ready to back up the truck, but from a market timing perspective, looking at people like ASA that are a little bit more aggressive, right now VectorVest is saying it's okay to buy stocks as long as the market is going up. Changing the industry, how about Uber? Thank you. More 360 mortgage again. I'll take a look at those. I'm going to forget all of these stocks that you're putting up here right now. All of these stocks, I'm going to forget them. So let me get those stocks from you when I ask for those stocks. Because right now, all these stocks you're putting up here, I'm going to forget them. Just letting you know. I'm not touching Tesla. It's neutral. I'm in Tesla. Cherry picking off the stock viewer in my watch list. Drew, that's not a bad idea as well. 2 to watch is WCC and American Airlines. American Airlines, it makes sense, EJM, that American Airlines are going to start running because we're getting into the travel season. That makes sense. I just don't know that with the higher prices due to inflation, how long that's going to happen and how deep the legs are. All right. And Randy, you keep putting those stocks in. I'm not going to remember. All right. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to purposely not remember these stocks that you're putting in now. How about that? How about that? Y'all got to listen. I'll give you an opportunity. All right. So from a market timing perspective, that's what we look like. Let's get into what news is moving the market. You know, I always like to look at what's going on in the economy. All right. I just want to look at what's going on in the economy. The Fed's beige book points to a cooler economy, but maybe not cool enough to tame inflation. All right. A lot of people think that the June, which is coming up next week, that the announcement for the June hike is going to be a pause. I honestly think that it's going to be up another 0.25%. All right, quarter basis points. And you know something? Here's another story right here, right behind that. Traders now fully price in a Fed hike by July. So now this story is talking about a Fed hike in June and a Fed hike in July. All right, so it all depends on what you think. I think that on paper, the Fed's got to continue to raise interest rates. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But I'm not the Fed. I'm not the Fed, and the Fed don't listen to me. The Fed may listen to Joey a little bit, but the Fed don't listen to me. All right, so this story talks about the Fed still putting in hikes in June and July. Now, another part of the story, millionaires are hoarding cash, betting on higher rates, CNBC survey says. Millionaire investors are adding to their mountain of cash, betting on higher interest rates and a weak stock market in 2023, according to cnbc millionaire survey. Millionaires are more bearish on the overall economy. However, what moves markets? Earnings, interest, and inflation. What else moves markets? Money. If the people who are the major buyers within the market, now these are just millionaires. These are not hedge funds, which got more money than just the millionaires. But that's an interesting take on what's currently going on in the market, that the rich are feeling more bearish on the economy right now. John says, buy Bud now. Randy says the Fed is a moron. Well, he can be a moron. He can be a moron, but he moves the market. There you go. Play the trend and don't be afraid to short, says Asa. I'm not ever afraid to short. But they also said not to buy high-tech stocks a few months ago. Who said? The Fed said? Who said that? CNBC or the Fed, Charbel? Now, let me back up a second in regards to high-tech stocks. Why are high-tech stocks moving? Why are high-tech stocks moving? High-tech stocks are moving because of AI. One of my stories on Fridays, one of my Tuesdays videos will be on REITs in the next few weeks. One of my Tuesday videos on the different types of stocks that we talk about on Tuesdays will be on REITs. That's on my list. REITs and commodities. I think this week, Friday video, though, I'm going to do a video on speculative stocks. How many of you are down for that, for my Friday video to be on speculative stocks? But REITs are on my list, 360 mortgage, so, and that's probably going to be a Tuesday video. All right, that's going to probably be a Tuesday video. All right, let's go talk about other news. How many of you play golf or like golf, type of one? How many of you think that golf sucks? Types 2. All right. How many of you like or play golf? Type 1. How many of you think golf sucks? Type 2. Interesting story came out yesterday that the PGA and the LIV are merging. All right, that they are merging. And Jim Penn and I had a heated conversation about the whole situation. And I'm going to keep that conversation that we had between us because it got hot. It got a little hot. It really did. But in regards to the deal that's done, two stocks in the space could be moving: golf and MODG. So, Top Golf, Callaway Brands, and let's go to the viewers, and let's go put on big news stories. MODG. What was the other one? Was it golf? No, it wasn't. MODG is Top Golf. What was the other story? Dang at it. GOLF. Oh, are they the same thing? GOLF. Yes, two different stocks. All right. So I'm going to start building up my big news stories. And both of them are nicely up today. Both of them are nicely up today. I'm all right with that. Neither one of them are fundamentally sound. I think the move on both of them happened to be news related because of the merger of the two. Watching golf is like watching grass grow. Wow, Michael. Listen, I play me some golf, and my problem is I'm still hitting in the 100s. So I'm hitting 50 on the front nine, 50 on the back nine. I need some help to get me into the 80s. Anybody out there can help me? All right, I'm looking for some help to get me into the 80s. I need 20 strokes taken off my golf game. Anybody want to help a brother out? I'm just putting it out there. I need some help. I do need some help. All right, Jake. No, you're in Boston. I'm not listening to you. All right, golf is like watching paint dry. Playing is better than watching others do it. I agree with that, Michael. I totally agree with that. You want me to send you a video? All right, I'm going to do that. Randy, send me an email so I can get your email address. I'm going to send you a video. All right, I'm going to send you a video. Send me an email, Glenn T with 2 N's, Glenn T at VectorVest.com, and I'll send you a video so that you can take a look at it. I really would love some help. All right. So those are the two stocks based off of the LIV PGA merger. All right, both of them are up today. Top Golf Callaway, negative earnings growth, whereas the AccuSnet, it's got a 10% earnings growth rate. I do like that. And AccuSnet is got a VST above 1. So if I'm looking at either one of these to try to make some money on, even though they're both being news-driven, maybe the golf is a better way to go. Glenn, I know people up here in Boston who golf in January. It's truly an illness. I'm not doing that. It's too doggone cold. It's too doggone cold. Mark says he can teach me for your information. I used to be a scratch golfer, says Mark. I need some help. Need that one more time. What's that, Randy? What's that, Randy? If I'm looking at either one of these, I'm looking at the ticker symbol golf. I think it's a little better from that perspective. All right, let's go see what other news is moving the market. Netflix jumps after analysts raise price targets. I don't think this was an earnings play. I don't know what made these analysts raise the price targets. JP Morgan and Wells Fargo both raised their price targets for Netflix, citing the streaming platform's new ad tier performance. So I don't know. Didn't they beat on their last earnings? Didn't they grow their subscribership? I'm gonna go take a look at Netflix NFLX. Let's go see where it sits as far as VST. Yeah, all the questions that come up about individual stocks, I'm gonna let you know that right now I'm going to ignore them. I've been asking you to wait until I give you an opportunity to give them to me. So if it looks like I'm ignoring those questions about your individual stocks, it's because I'm being honest. I am. All right? Netflix, way overvalued. My email, Glenn T, GLENNT at VectorVest.com. Mark, don't start. No, hold on.
No.
Don't start, Mark. Don't even start. How often do you play golf? I try to play at least once a month, but right now with my schedule, it's like once every 2 months. It's like once every 2 months. All right. I live on a golf course. I live on a public golf course. One of the holes is in my backyard, which is kind of cool. All right. So Netflix is at the top of the list by VST now. RS is above 1. They make money. RT above 1. All of these right now, nothing. Earnings growth, though. Wow, look at that. Yikes. Yikes. That makes me go, Things that make you go, All right. The stock is grossly overvalued. I don't know where the upgrade comes from at this time, except for they make money. Upside potential is not there. And then the subscribership is so fickle, back and forth, back and forth. Glenn, please don't put Mark in timeout until at least a halfway point. All right, I got you. I didn't put him in timeout yet. Let's go see what other news is out there. Tesla booms. Look at this with a $32,000 starting price for the Model 3. Now, one of the big things, you know me, I do like the EV space to help you guys to make money. I'm all over the EV space. The thing about that is a lot of people have given me blowback on this. One, well, the government's pushing it. 2, well, the grid is not ready. 3, there's not enough charging systems to get, from place to place. 4, the price of the car. So I think I gave a story on Tesla and Ford combining together to be able to use the Tesla chargers. I think that's going to be great for Ford. All right. And it's going to get more cars on the Tesla charging. Number 1. Number 2, the starting prices, and Tesla's going to be the leader in this, but the starting prices on the cars are coming down. You go to buy a traditional combustion engine car, easily you could spend $32,000 for a brand new car. Tesla's putting it in line with the majority of the cars that are out there. Now, I go and look at a company like Lucid, whose beautiful cars, beautiful, luxurious cars, are a lot more money, but people are still willing to pay that money, if they got the money, to pay the money to get a Lucid electric vehicle. All right, so I think that Tesla is coming in play with the whole idea that these EVs are so expensive. All right, and so I do like the stock. I've been saying over and over that I think it's a fundamentally sound stock. I like Tesla long term. I did talk bad about it when they started to go through the price war. That was silly, in my opinion. I'm not the CEO, though. You're going to bite into margin to boost sales? And then that lasted for about a couple of months before they said, all right, we're going to start raising the prices back up again. I don't think that was a smart thing to do. But again, who am I? I'm just a guy. All right, I'm just a guy. But I do like the Tesla stock long term. Is it getting near time to short Tesla? I'm not on that, Ramor. Did you just say buy Lucid? No, Mark. No, I didn't. Hold on.
Well, un momento, por favor.
No, I didn't say anything about buying Lucid. Size, let's go put Tesla in my list. Let's go see where it stands. I'm almost about to put you in timeout, Mark. Tesla. Okay, Glenn, I think we are close to the point of getting Mark in the timeout. I agree. PG says, Glenn, do you think that the S&P 500 is going to power through 4283 resistance level? I don't know. I think that with the AI boom, Tesla now is at the top of my list. I think that with the AI boom, tech stocks have a good opportunity to keep on rising. All right, that's the way I'm going to answer that. JD says short Tesla at 170. Wow, I'm not ready for that yet. I'm not ready for that. As a matter of fact, let me go look at that stock on a graph. You ready to short Tesla? Let's go put this on a 3-month graph. Put it on a 6-month graph. Put it on a 1-year graph. It's not at a 1-year high, so the stock does have upside. I think that the best thing that happened for Tesla was that Twitter got a new CEO to pull Elon Musk away from Twitter and put more energy back into Tesla. I think that was probably the best thing that could happen. I love finding that it bounced off a level of support, now above my 20-day exponential moving average, moving up, broke through true levels of resistance. It is overvalued. I like the stock. And where's my next level of resistance? Right here at this swing high. I got a level of resistance sitting at about 238.71. All right. And then after that, I've got this level of about 315.20. I'm not thinking about shorting it. All right. Tesla 231 is a break wall. All right. Listen, JD, I know that you know your stuff. I know that you know your stuff. I'm just showing what the graph is showing me. Now, there is a downside, though. I'm watching earnings, even though they're good, they're starting to fall. All right. Well, why was that? Because they bit into margin. So I understand that fall. But I think that more people know that Tesla is a darn good company and they will put their money behind Tesla. All right. That's how I'm going to answer that, JD. What other stuff is moving the market? What other stuff is moving the market? Palantir, yes. Now, I don't talk much about Extro, but I do talk a lot more about Palantir, another stock that I do own, though. Palantir stock extends rally after company announces the latest deal. They're moving into, look at this, Panasonic Energy will use Palantir technology in the Nevada factory. Palantir, and I need you guys, if you don't know anything about Palantir, to go check it out. Palantir, along with Snowflake, are two companies that take data and they transform it into usable information for whoever the customer or client is. They started off working within the Department of Justice, being able to give the right people the information to weed out potential attacks against the country, taking out that data and using it and punching it and crunching it into usable information. Countries have given Palantir contracts. They keep getting contract after contract after contract after contract, which is why I'm hot and heavy on Palantir. It is a speculative play. Don't get me wrong. I just think they need to grow into their big boy pants. They really do. What about the Cybertruck? Is it going to fail? Nate, if I look at the Cybertruck, I think it's an ugly truck. Just like I look at Crocs, I think they're ugly shoes. But Crocs is a great company. Tesla is a great company. I'm not a fan of the Cybertruck. I'm just not a fan of the Cybertruck. Matthew says snake oil stock. Wow. That's crazy. Again, I've done my research on, he says he owns it though. I've done my research on Palantir. I like the stock. That is messed up, Matthew. Good gravy. He said it's snake oil stock. I don't think it's snake oil stock. I do know that it's a speculative play. Don't get me wrong. I do know that it's a speculative play. That hurt me, Matthew. Wow. That hurt me. I'm going to put Palantir in the list, and it's probably going to go to the bottom of the list, or maybe not. It's number 2. By way of VST, Matthew, it is number 2. A lot of it, though, in that VST is the RT. The stock is on the move. Fundamentally not sound, grossly overvalued. Let's move over. It does grow their earnings at a clip of 24%. Listen, I know it's a speculative play, but there's a lot of good stuff behind it. Why is snow melting dramatically? Because it's getting hotter, CB. All right, so we'll do that. I'll put snow up here. I still think that, especially from the pricing point, that Palantir is the better play. Snow is a lot more expensive than Palantir, as you can clearly see. But if I look at Snow, I don't know what's going on with it right now. Again, RT is above 1. If I scroll over just a little bit, they do grow their earnings at a better clip than Palantir. They do. They both have positive earnings. Neither CI is above 1. VSTs are above 1. Palantir's got a higher VST. Both RTs are above 1. Palantir is in a bigger uptrend. All right, but it's down 6% today. I don't know what's going on with that. Saw a Rivian truck last Sunday. Nice looking. That's another. I've seen a couple of them in Mooresville. I have seen, Drew, a couple of them in Mooresville. I do like it. The problem with selling snake oil is that there aren't enough people who want to oil a snake. Wow. Hold on. I gotta give that a laugh. Do you have a sell stop on speculative plays like Palantir? Mitzi, 2 things about my speculative plays. 1, I don't put a ton of money into them, so I don't have a ton of shares of Palantir, number 1. Number 2, it's tough for me to put a stop strictly on a speculative play. But if I were going to put a stop on a speculative play, let me tell you what I would do. All right, because I think that's a great question. To answer your question, though, no. I don't have a stop on my speculative play. I'm going to put this on the 6-month graph. I'm going to add a parameter, technical analysis. If I am going to look at trying to put a stop on it, I would look at the average true range. Does that make sense, Mitzi? And I would go 2 times the ATR, or average true range. The average true range on snow is $10.98. That's the reason why I don't put a stop on those. They are so bouncy around, right? If I go look at Palantir, it's only $1.18. All right, so the snow is a lot more speculative of a play because it moves around a lot more. If I'm going to try to put a stop on a speculative play like Palantir, I would either go 2 times the ATR or 3 times the ATR. Does that make sense, Mitzi? All right, does that make sense, Mitzi? That is, in my opinion, that is the best way to put a stop on a speculative play because the speculation probably is so high that the stock could move all over the place. Glenn, would you take profits on QLD? I don't know yet. I haven't looked at it. All right. I haven't looked at it. Palantir technicals are very bullish. Again, Palantir for me is more of a speculative play. All right. Let's go see what other stocks are making the news. Bitcoin. I don't like Bitcoin. I've been saying that for the longest time. I think it's too speculative a play. Interesting stories, though. Bitcoin prices shrugs after the SEC moves. The SEC went after Binance, right? They went after them. Bitcoin jumped 3.5% past 24 is rebounding from the depths below. Reached on Tuesday after the Securities and Exchange Commission filed a lawsuit. Oh, it wasn't Binance, it was Coinbase. Filed a lawsuit against the crypto broker Coinbase. The largest digital asset steadied as Wednesday trading got underway. Blah 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 blah. I called the Bitcoin dump at 31. I've not been a fan of Bitcoin. I've not held my tongue in regards to that. I think it's way, way, way super speculative. Dogecoin falls in that space. And you know something? I got a portfolio in some wallet that's got like $300 to $500 in it. And do I have some Dogecoin? Absolutely. All right. So no, I'm not a big fan of it, but I've got a few crypto coins, crypto plays in a little wallet somewhere, pretty much stuffed in a shoebox tucked under my bed. We'll see. But if we remember the Uber, they were breaking rules and got rules changed in their favor. How did we get to Uber? How did we even get to Uber? Sigh. EJM, how did we get there? All right. Now, another part of this story, somebody on the Yahoo VV Nation page was asking about XRP. They were supposed to be doing an IPO. I think they did IPO, or they're doing an IPO. I'm not a fan of it. And a lot of people are up talking it a lot. Talking about it's going to come out or be at $600. And every time you get that happen, what happens the next day? Only the people who can get in ahead of time are the people that can take advantage of it. And then after it releases and you try to get into it, and you getting smoked. You're getting smoked like a pound of bacon. Who said weed? Who said that? Oh my gosh, who said that? All right. So ARK Invest buys Coinbase shares the same day the SEC serves a lawsuit. Does that woman know something different that I don't know? I don't know. Kathy, let's go look at Coin. We'll throw Coin up in there. Let's go see where it sits in the list. Right at the bottom. Way overvalued. It's not overvalued. Way overvalued. No, nothing. It's the only sell recommended stock in the list now. It's the only sell recommended stock in the list. I'm not a fan of it. Let's go look at it on a graph. Man, this is, and it's news. I got to talk about it because it's news. If it wasn't news, I wouldn't be talking about it. But yeah, there's the big drop after they got hit with the S. But you know something? I can't fight the tape. Earnings is there. Earnings per share, the earnings growth rate, though, is a negative 12%. But the earnings is there. Listen, and found a level of support yesterday after the big drop. Did a rebound. I think there's a lot of people out there who are fans of crypto, and they just won't let it die. It's been in a little bit of a channel over the last 3 months. I'm not a fan of it. That's all I got to say about that. That's all I got to say about that. Just check the Mystery Man stock. It hasn't taken off. What are you talking about, Miss? Where is this cryptic stuff coming from? Why are y'all talking about stuff that I have no idea what you're talking about? Hiya. Asa says, wow, you read my mind with Coin and Arc. I don't know what Kathy knows that I don't know. Doo-dah, doo-dah. All right, so let me tell you something. I'm not a fan of it, but I will help you. If I'm looking to think about getting in, let's get above this level of the swing high of about $60, $66 exactly. That's what I'd be looking for. It does have a 3-month high sitting at about $85.23. But if I'm thinking about, it's got 2 levels of resistance to get through. This is my spot right here, $66. If we can get above that, I'd like it. If you're a little bit more aggressive, fine. If you're a little bit more aggressive, let the stock get above the stop price first before you pull the trigger. All right. Coin strength versus it long-term trend is just well overvalued. I'm not a fan of it. Bought Palantir at 13.30 and out at 17. We'll buy again at 14. Again, I'm a fan. I'm in it. I'm in it to win it. Yeah, baby. All right. Yeah, baby. Woo-wee. All right. Let's close that. Let's go see what other stocks made the news. Affirm. So this is an interesting play. This is an interesting play because with inflation, with all that stuff going on, a lot of people are in the spotlight for buying now and paying later. Affirm is big for that. Affirm stock soars as investors buy now and can thank Amazon later. Interesting about Affirm, I think that as things get tighter, people will credit's going to be an issue. People are going to put a lot of money on their credit cards, and I think we're going to get to a bubble where people are going to default on their credit cards, whether it's the end of this year or sometime next year. How many of you agree with that? That at some point in time within the next year, between now and this time next year, that there probably is going to be a credit bubble or credit crap because people are not going to be able to pay their credit cards. Type of 1 if you believe that. Type of 2 if you don't. Type of 1 if you believe that. Type of 2 if you don't. I honestly think that that's going to happen because a lot of people are in that spot right now saying, I may not have the money now, but I'm putting on my credit cards. Explain ATR. ATR is average true range. It looks at the range of a stock over a certain time period. And what I'm looking for when I'm looking at ATR is finding stocks that trade or using that as a stop that trade outside of their normal trading range by either 2 or 3 multiple. That gives me a good opportunity to learn when to take profits on the stock. More than likely, there will be a lot of people that are struggling. I agree with that. Overspending. I agree with that as well. Jerry says, nope, overspending. If a nasty recession hits, then maybe. I don't think we need a nasty recession to hit. I think that in general, as interest rates go up and people have to pay back the money that they're taking out now, I don't even think it takes a nasty recession. I think it just takes a normal order of things of when it comes time to pay the bill, they ain't got the money. I don't think it takes a nasty recession, PG. That's my opinion. All right, meme stock. Oh, hold on. I got to put Affirm in there, right? What's Affirm? AFRM? I think it is. Let's go put that in there. AFRM. Yes, Glenn knows the ticker symbol for every stock that's out there. All right, next stock in the list, GameStop. Meme stock. GameStop's earning today. How many of you play the meme stocks? All right, type of 1 in the room. I'm not there. How many of you, when a GameStop and AMC, how many of you play the meme stocks? And it's not all about the fundamentals of the stock. It's all about the retail investor against the big boys. It's the retail investor against the big boys. That's what it has all come down to. All right, that's what it all has come down to. People are still spending. I got you, Roger. A lot of people don't care about the meme stocks. They are trained to expect a bailout. Is that what it is, Mark? Okay. Indirectly, you have Ape. I got you, Mark. Okay. But it looks like many of you really don't care about it. All right. Many of you don't care about it. All right. That's fine. But earnings come out. We'll see what goes on with that. I'm going to put it on the list. And again, I don't look at the fundamentals on the meme stock, especially because it's not all about the fundamentals. It's all about look at that. It's in the middle of the list, though. It is got a VST above 1. does have a VST above 1. It does have an RT above 1. Fundamentally, we know it's not sound and it is grossly overvalued. But this is big for me. Even as a meme stock, they're not making money. All right, and let's go put in AMC. I put in AMC. Are they making money? Where does AMC sit? AMC sits further below GME. Further below GME, but are they making money? They're not making money, but at least they have a positive earnings growth rate. Interesting. Very interesting. They do have a positive earnings growth rate, but they're losing money, and they're losing less money than GME. We'll see. I just put that in as another stock. All right. AMC is blah, says Jerry D. I own and I'm just going to hold, says EJ. I got you. All right, there's no judgment zone here. What other stocks are? Palantir. Palantir announces Amazon launch. Listen, I love me some Palantir. All right. I love me some. AMC bought by Chrysler. When did that happen? I didn't see that. AMC, the next blockbuster. Ooh, you think that they go out of business? I don't think that. I think that the movie industry is still strong enough that we'll keep AMC in business. All right. I don't think AMC goes down like that. Yes, I do think that it's a meme stock, but I don't think they go down like that. Just like I don't think GME goes out of business either. All right, let's go put Palantir in the list. All right, PLTR. Let's go to the next story. I'm going to go through these real quick, though. OpenAI's ChatGPT enters the government sphere. Microsoft Azure to provide AI models for federal users. How many people are using AI in some way, form, or fashion on your computer? Type of 1 in the room. How many of you are using AI, whether it's ChatGPT or some other AI? Excuse me. How many of you? I'm curious to see that. This is a hot thing, folks. I'm going to put Microsoft in the list because OpenAI is a privately traded company. All right, so Microsoft, look at the ones. What's AI? Artificial intelligence, John Ross says 2. That's the first 2 that popped up. All right, interesting. I think a lot of people are taking on the ability to use it. Next one, United Health boosts dividend by 14% following record quarter 1 revenue, solid earnings. What are companies especially trying to do to keep the bottom line in the black? Dividends, raising dividends. That's a 14% dividend boost. I'm going to put UNH in the list. That's huge for the stock. It's going to draw more eyeballs to the stock. Where does UNH sit, though, on the list? Number 3, behind Palantir. United Health Group. Behind Palantir. Woo. All right. How to use AI. I use it in a lot of different means. EJM says it's just so easy for quick answers. There's a lot of different ways. Kevin says Palantir said its foundry has been selected to help integrate edge sensors throughout the factory. The agreement includes Palantir's AI and edge capabilities in the manufacturing space. I'm telling you, Palantir, you ain't got to buy it. But I'm going to keep talking about it. You ain't got to buy it, but I'm going to keep telling you about it because as it goes up, somebody's going to say, wow, how come nobody was ever talking about Palantir? Wrong answer, because Glenn was. All right, but you ain't got to buy it. 3 best stocks. We did this on Monday. Those stocks look like poop, so I'm not going to even do that. Super Micro seen raising 34%. Somebody asked me about NVIDIA. Is it too late? I'm going to say no on NVIDIA. It's not too late. I'm going to say no on SMCI. That it's not too late. I'm going to throw SMCI into the list. Do we have NVIDIA? I'm going to throw SMCI and NVIDIA into the list. Next story is Boeing. How about this? Every time Boeing starts to get its feet under it as far as this freaking airplane, Boeing delays Dreamliner deliveries after new defect found. If I was the CEO of Boeing, I'd be so mad. I'd just be mad. Don't be mad, bro. Don't be mad. You mad, bro? You mad? Where's that thing that we got to show Joey? There it is. I would just be so mad. So let me go put Boeing in the list. Every time Boeing gets its legs under it, they get the deal from, what was it, India? Raynar? They got the deal. They got the deal. And yeah, I'm with you, Nate. Poor Boeing. Poor Boeing. All right. One last thing I want to show you before we get further into what we got to do. For everybody that's out there who's not a subscriber to the VectorVest software, if you are not a subscriber to the VectorVest software, type a 1 in the room. If you are not a subscriber to the VectorVest software, type a 1 in the room. All right, because I got a little something for you. I am waiting for the ones to pop up. While you're doing that, I'm going to drink my little water in my little green bottle that you can't see. Not a lot of people. VectorVest needs to add AI. What do you mean add AI? Wait. Maria, you're not a subscriber? What? Sigh. Anyway, if you're not a subscriber, I'm trying to give you guys some wet your whistle. I'm going to put a link. In the chat. Copy, paste. What this link will give you. Oh, paste. What this link will give you. Oh, Joey put it up there? Joey did too. What this link will give you. Please answer the following questions if you'd like to participate in a 2-week diary study documenting the first 2 weeks of your VectorVest trial. If it's a match, we'll reach out for scheduling. Study participants will start a trial with VectorVest and document their experience interacting with the VectorVest each day over the 2-week period. And this is where it gets sweet. Those who complete the study will be compensated with a $200 gift card and receive a free month subscription to VectorVest. So, for those of you who are not subscribers to the VectorVest software, Joey and I both put the link in there. Click on it. It'll take you to this page. All right. And as you go through the process, you guys get an opportunity to win a $200 gift card and a free month subscription to VectorVest. All right. EJM, hey, Glenn is the closest to the human AI. I did a short on being an AI. I'm not doing that again. How much is VectorVest? It all depends on what you want to spend, really. I've got a version of the mobile app that works all the way from $4.95 a month up to real time $139 a month. All right, Douglas says that sucks for us long-term users. No, don't worry about it, Douglas. I'm sure we'll come up with something for you guys. I believe you me, Douglas. I'm already trying to find out what we can do for you guys. All right, but right now, for those people who are not subscribers, we're giving you an opportunity. Tangi says, if you refer someone to take a study, is there a reward? So there is, we do have a rewards program, Douglas, that if you refer someone and they take a trial to the VectorVest software, for every person that you refer that lets us know that you referred them, that's an ongoing thing. We give you a free month of subscription to the VectorVest software. That's for those of you who don't know that. If you are a current subscriber to the VectorVest software and you refer someone to take a trial to VectorVest, and they take a trial and they let us know that you referred them, you get a free month of VectorVest. So I want you guys to know that if you refer 12 people, technically, you could get a free year of VectorVest. Does everybody understand that? Yes or no? John, thank you for saying that. John says, okay, I'll give it a try. Does everybody understand that? So Douglas, that is something that has always been there that you can take advantage of. If you are currently a subscriber and you refer someone, the important part of it, though, is when they do take the trial, they've got to let us know and say, Douglas referred me to take the trial. They do that, you get a free month of VectorVest. Now, they don't even have to take a subscription. They just need to take the trial. How is VectorVest RoboTrader? Has anyone tried it? Talk to the people on, instead of me getting into it, let the people online, the people here tell you. Randy says, I don't have 10 trading friends. Then that sucks for you, Randy. That's all I got to say about that. Is there a link I can put on my Facebook page for VectorVest to get referrals? The answer to that I know of is no. The answer to that, Michael, is not that I know of. And Asa, if you're saying that, it sucks for you too. You guys got to have some friends. I have referred several people, but never knew that. All right, now you know. Look at that. Now everybody knows. All right, let's get back into the software. There's my list. There's my list of stocks. We got 15 stocks, and we added a couple. It's a nice list of stocks. Some are going up, some are going down, some are good, some are bad. The worst stock on the list, though, Coinbase. For all you crypto folks out there, that's all I got to say about that is, you know what crypto is right now? It's sort of like a car crash. That's exactly what it is. It's sort of like a car crash. So I just say, it's all because they put their money in the Tupperware. What's that got to do with like that? Where did that come from, Randy? What? Where did that come from? How does that come out of nowhere? How does that come out of nowhere? Sigh. Let me pat my head for my sweat. All right. Here we go. All right, so these are the stocks that made the news all the way from SMCI. Where's NVIDIA? NVIDIA is not as high as SMCI. It's not as high. Why is all this screaming? Because I scream. This is what I do. Joey, do I scream all the time? Joey, you there? Do I scream all the time? I don't think he's there. Sigh. Oh, I saw his mouse move. Yes. You say that I scream all the time? Wow. All right. Mark says, thank you at Randy Tupper for taking the hit. Randy took the hit. All right. Let me keep moving. You guys, so those are my stocks. Blah, 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 blah. Let me get you to show me the money. We'll come back to customer picks. I'm not going to do MPI candidates today. What do I want? How many of you pay attention? CK says, so it's not only me. No, I don't scream. How many of you pay attention to my phase 3 drugs? Type of 1 in the room. How many of you pay attention to my phase 3 drugs that I give you every week? Type of 1 in the room. I'm just curious to know. Type of 1 in the room. Joey, tell him that when Glenn sings, he is screaming. I helped my granddaughter with homework, and it was awesome. Tom, did you just put that out there just out of the blue just to hear me scream again? I don't know. I don't know. I'm just asking. All right. Mark says no. Really, Mark? That's fine. So let me show you. Randy says nope as well. All right. Only if there was a weed on the list. Well, it ain't in phase 3. Here was my... I got to laugh at that. There was my stocks from last week. All of these stocks are in some kind of phase 3 stuff. All right. I'm going to go back. I can't believe you said something about weed. Let's go back 1 week. How much does Cafe Bustelo, how much? I only had 1 cup. I only had 1 cup of Cafe Bustelo today. Here's my phase 3 drugs from last week. Let's see what they did. And the reason why you don't listen to these stock ideas is what? Folks, you do realize it's 8.3% in 1 week. 8.3%. How about out of the 8 stocks, 7 of them made money? Wow. 1 stock did go down 7%. But all of these stocks, and before anybody jumps up and go, oh, well, you did that after the fact. Nope. I give these to you every week. All right, so my stocks for this week. Here's my phase 3 stocks for this week. I got to 11 stocks. Let's go stream this. All I'm telling you, these have phase 3 stuff behind it. Wow, look at this. Derm is up 10, almost 11% today. That's probably news driven. But all I do is tell you to keep your eyes on these stocks, time them. Please give us high dividend paying stocks too. I've already got a video out there on dividend payers. When did I do that? That was a Tuesday video. I did that on 5/16. I did that on 516. There's a video on dividend paying stocks. I've already got you, Michael. Man, do you guys not go back and look at all the other stuff that we have besides the live streams? We got so much stuff to offer you besides live streams. The one was down 7 days, was down 7, was the one I bought. Thanks, Glenn. Whose fault was that, Randy? You blaming me? Ah, yeah. How are you blaming me? So you picked the only one stock out of the 8 stocks that go down 7. Well, sorry. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say about that. There was another one that I want. How about I look at top VST stocks all the time. I like the 3 and 8 exponential moving averages. I got 5 stocks that I cherry pick for you that are top VST stocks with a 3 and 8 cross. Keep your eyes on these as well. Keep your eyes on these. I wanted to make sure that the CIs were all above 1, that these stocks go up more than they go down. These are stocks that I want you to keep your eyes on. All right. How many of you been paying attention to my building stocks? Type of 1 in the room. All right. My 4 industries, my 4 building industries, building cement, copper, steel, and glass. Type of 1. How many of you been paying attention to that? Type of 1 in the room. I got this watch list set up that encompasses all 4 spots. I got glass, I got cement, I've got steel, and I've got copper. All right, so these are my 9 stocks in that space. 531, which was a week ago. Let's go take a look at what they've done over the last week. Woo! Can I get me an amen? Can I get an amen in the room? Can a brother get an amen in the room? Good, googly movie. Folks, that's in 1 week. That's in 1 week. Can a brother get an amen in the room? Ooh, I'm trying to show you the money. Folks, I'm trying. Now, don't get me wrong. Does this happen each and every week? Heck no. But when it happens, I want you to see it. When it does happen, I want you to see it. That's 1 week, folks. Good, googly muggly. Now, next week, the whole list may be down 4% or whatever. Drew said, testify. Well, I went to the market and I saw the stock and I looked in the stock's eye and said, hey, stock. And the stock said, yes, Mr. Man. I said, hey, stock. And the stock said, I want you to buy me. And I said, Mr. Stock, I'm going to buy you. Doom, 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 doom. That's how I got to where I am right now. All right. Yes, that was a little creepy. That was a little creepy. Hold on. That was a little creepy. I'm going to back up because that was probably a little creepy. All right, let me stream this. That was a little creepy. All right. So, all about showing you the money. You know me. I'm trying to do what I can to show you the money. This watch list of stocks is stocks, again, industries, 4 industries that I think will do very well because of the AI stuff and all of this manufacturing that's going on. Keep your eyes on this stock. Jake says I scared him. Did I scare anybody else? If buying that stock is wrong, I don't want to be right, says Mark. Did I scare anybody else? Why do they say sell? Oh, which ones? Which ones are you talking about? Let me go back one. Were these sell recommendations? Oh, they were. They were. So what was my idea? Who asked me that? That was... I'd go to church if you preach, says Michael. Who just asked me about why they say sell? There they are. Charbel. So, what did I say in regards to these stocks? These are stocks that I want you to keep your eyes on. So pretty much from this perspective, that these were bottom fishing in an industry that was about to boom. I still think that it's got a lot of boom still left. Does that make sense, Charbel? So, yes, was I speculative on this play? Yes, I was. But I explained to you why I wanted you to keep your eyes on these stocks, because of all of the excess booming of building was going to happen. Does that make sense, Charbel? How do we get your watch list on our system? You don't, Douglas. You don't. All right, I make these, and this is why this is a benefit of being here live. You get to see this stuff live. Yes, but that's why it's scary to use the software for someone like me. Ooh, all right, so you want to know what I like for someone like you? How about these stocks right here, Charbel? I want you to pay attention to these stocks going into next week. These are top VST stocks, good quality stocks, top VST stocks that from a technical standpoint, the 3 and the 8 exponential moving averages cross. For someone like you, Charbel, I want you to pay attention to these stocks and let's go revisit this next week. Let me know what you think. All right? You can't see anything. What do you mean? You misunderstood me. I don't know what I misunderstood. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to keep going because the last part of what we're going to do before we leave, the last part we're going to do, and I'm only going to take 10. I'm only going to take 10 stocks today because I got to go. It's at 3 o'clock. All right, give me your stocks now. Charbel says, I like these videos. Well, I appreciate that. All right, EQT. I'm only taking 10 stocks today. EQT, comma, 1. Toll Brothers, that's 2. Mod, that's 3. JEPQ, 4. Opera, 5. QLD, QLD, that's 6. CVMA, that's 7. Let me go back up in the list. JFIN, that's 8. SQWD, that's 9. And PBT, that's 10. I'm only taking 10 today. We talked about a lot of stuff. So, Randy, I shouldn't type this because you almost spammed it. And you're still spamming. See, Randy, if you don't stop, I'm actually taking this. Stop spamming it. Sorry. Stop spamming it. All right, let's go take a look. And this is why you spammed it. Where is it in the list? Sigh. All right, hold on. Where's it?
No! God, please, no! No! No!
Wrong one. See, that's why I don't like to take the stocks that people spam. This is just why. It's in dead last in my list. Ain't nothing I like about it. Way overvalued. No fundamentals. There's nothing. It's not making money. Negative. No, I don't like it. And it's at the bottom of my list. See, now I just want to know. When people spam a stock, I think I'm never going to look at it again. All right. That's what's going to happen. When you spam a stock, that means you really want me to look at it because it's a crappy stock. I'm not doing that no more. All right. Horrible stock. Bottom of the list. Only sell recommendation. Good picks for today. Look at all these VSTs above 1, with the exception of NVCR. Fundamentally sound. MOD is at the top of the list. What happened down 47% yesterday? I don't know. I ain't checking the news on it. It's a poopy stock. Even before that, it was a poopy stock. All right. Even before that, it was a poopy stock. This stock was, 47%. It could have dropped 147%. There was nothing good about the stock even before yesterday. Nothing. All right. Modine, I like. Fundamentally sound, goes up more than not. Opera, I like. Relative safety is below 1, relative value above 1. It's more of an aggressive play. JFIN, J is not here. It is overvalued. Upside is there. Safety is not there. Does have a CI above 1. I'd be careful with this. It is overvalued, but the stock's price is going up. It's about another 6.73%. Let me move this over. And they grow their earnings. I'd be careful with it, especially because it is overvalued, but everything else about it is good. EQT, undervalued, like that. Good upside potential, relative safety below 1, more of an aggressive play. CI is not there. The stock is susceptible to big downturns, but they do grow their earnings at 34%. I do like that, and I do like that it's undervalued. Nicely up today. Toll Brothers, overvalued. Wow, the relative value is not there. Evidently, they do make money. Earnings is there. They're only growing it by 1%. That makes sense with the housing situation it is right now. CI above 1. Got to love that. Skyward, undervalued. Good upside potential. Safety below 1. That's an aggressive play. It goes up more than it goes down. Love the earnings and earnings growth. Got to like that. PBT, fairly valued. Upside is there. The safety is not. Again, another aggressive play. RT is right at 1. Tells me that the stock is starting to probably fall, but CI is above 1. Wow, 47%. Got to love that. That one I want to take a look at the graph. That one, I don't want to do that. I want to take a look at that graph. View the stock graph. I'm interested in that one. RT is probably telling me the stock is starting to fall a little bit. I need the graph to pop up. Sigh. There it is. Put this on a 3-month graph. It is above the stop. A little bit of a channel. I'd like to see the stock break above this level of 25.57. Nice up day today. Still below my 20-day exponential moving average. Love the earnings per share. Dividend is flat, has been flat. And it is undervalued. I'd like to see it break above that level of the 20-day exponential moving average and then break above that level of resistance. PBT came down after paying dividends. Oh, that makes sense. That's not a bad thing. Normally dividends will do that, but nice rebound today. Nice dividends. Was it paid? That's the expiration. The paid hasn't showed up yet. That's not a bad play. It is sitting in a little bit of a channel, and it's another little channel within a channel. All right, I do like that. I don't dislike it. QLD ultras to play the Qs. What's the market doing right now? Still mixed. An interesting way to play ETFs is to look at RT. If RT is above 1, that's a good play on contras. Or just ETFs in general. Down today, one day doesn't make a trend though. One day doesn't make a trend. Carvana, way overvalued, not fundamentally sound. Interesting about Carvana is that RT is above 1. I don't know what's pushing RT above 1. It's not a good stock. It's way overvalued, not fundamentally sound, not making money and losing money. So I don't know. I'd have to go check the news on it. I don't know. And you know something? This is probably a news-driven move. All right. Other than that, I don't like it. JEPQ, what is this? JP Morgan, NASDAQ, down today. ETF, RT is above 1, so it's a good play from that perspective. And the last one, Novacor. What is this? Is this a pharmaceutical? It is. So the news on it, they probably missed an FDA thing. That's probably what happened. Down 47%. That's the worst stock on the list. It's up today. Crash is 30 as critics question its profound impact in lung cancer treatment. There it is. So it was news driven. It's a poopy stock. I'm never listening to anybody who spams a stock again. And you know who's at the top of my list? The person that I got to send my video to. All right. Glenn, Carvana has an earnings year of negative 46. Forget about it. I'm with you on that, John. I don't know why the RT is up on that. That doesn't make sense. The stock is not a good stock. There's nothing good about it. But RT is above 1. I don't know what news drove it higher. All right. Man, today was a good day. We talked about a lot of stocks. If you haven't already hit the like button, do that. The like button just tells me that it was worth it for you to stop by today. All right, that's all. Hit the like button. If you're new to the channel and you like the content, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon. For all of you guys who keep wanting to know, come to a live stream to show you the money, every week I try to show you the money. It's up to you what you do with it. All right, so I provide you with the best information that I can using a powerful system like VectorVest. And we put a link in the room for those people who are looking to get their whistles wetted. We're willing, if you take a trial and document what's going on for the 2 weeks of your trial, we're willing to give you a $200 gift card and a free month to VectorVest. You can't beat that. All right, Joey, it's time for us to go. All right, I got to go. Thank you, Joey, being in the background. Joey's not feeling that well today, but he still was here for me, and I appreciate it. All right, folks, Friday. Oh, we got a live stream tomorrow at 2. Trending Thursday. Don't forget to stop by for that. All right, don't forget to stop by for that. Adios, arrivederci, ciao, au revoir, sayonara, aloha to all my peeps in Hawaii. Bom dia, salam, shalom, namaste, yasu. Until next time, folks, see ya.